I'm still kind of getting used to. Hello, it's Raven, your kitchen demon. How you doing today? Anyways, we're doing pork cracklins and acorn squash soup. So let me grab the stuff and bring it on over so you can see what I've been doing. Some of this requires oven mitts. Some of that is actually ready to come out. Okay, so I've learned some things. Boy. There we go. Okay. That can be in there well longer. Okay, so the joy of pork cracklins is basically you're just using pork skin. As you can see, it actually looks darker on my screen than it does to everybody else. So a great way to get them to brown up a little bit quicker and give them a shorter time cooking is just parboil them, which just means putting them in boiling water for about a minute or so, and then taking them out, putting them into an oven or a toaster oven at about 400 degrees for about 25 or 30 minutes. You're going to have to, work with what you've got and figure out what's the best time for you. Also, when you parboil them, put a little bit of your spice into the water itself, but then do like a toss through of like herbs and spices that you want on it before you put it into the oven. You don't always want to do herbs and spices afterwards. In fact, you rarely want to do herbs and spices afterwards because raw herbs and spices pack a really strong punch. Most are meant to be cooked into the food that you're going to be eating. So, do it that way. I'm going to let these cool down a bit. Yeah. Good amount of flavor. I did save another piece of skin to try, and I'm letting another one bake with a slightly different method, see how that works for me. Okay, so. Oh, that does not want to come apart. Okay, we're taking the whole thing. Okay, so it's slow cooker, acorn squash. Oh, there it is. Slow cooker, acorn squash. Cooked it for a couple of hours just to get it nice and soft. It also helps break it up. It gets the water coming to out. Salt, garlic, and cumin to give it like a nice punch, which I should probably test levels. Because the last thing you want is bland food. And since I'm going to be actually cooking it anyways, I want to make sure that I'm starting with a good base. It's nice. It's sweet. I could probably use a little bit more punch. Let me also get my thickener. Okay, so for those of you who do not know, I found out a couple months ago that I actually have an autoimmune disease. So I am lactose intolerant and I am soy intolerant. Soy does a really bad number on me. Gluten doesn't feel very good either, so I really avoid both, and it's actually been really helpful because since I changed my diet, I dropped a significant amount of weight and I'm feeling a lot better. My joints are feeling a lot better. They're still not perfect, but slowly but surely, it's actually coming down. I know most people are going, you're still, yeah, shush. You're not needed. I'm actually down, almost 20 pounds now, which is huge because it used to be I couldn't lose weight no matter what I did. Yeah, it was not good. Okay, so I'm using, I know it kind of looks like mashed potatoes, which it sort of is, but it's a potato and egg mixture that I've been trying out to see how it thickens. It's supposed to replace roux, which is usually a butter and flour or a flour and water mixture. I can't have flour. It makes me feel really, really bad. So, we're going to see how this works. One of my favorite dresses, what can I say? That's why I wear it so much, especially when I'm cooking. I have a small hand food processor. I'm going to just turn everybody all at once. Small hand food processor. There we go. And I'm just going to add some of the butternut squash into there because I want to break it up. If you do not put squash through some sort of a blender or processor of some sort, you tend to get a lot of the fibrous taste in there, and a lot of people don't tend to like the fibrous taste. And I want my soup to be soup, not chunky weirdness with stringy fibrous texture going through it. So I'm going to put my mixture around, and then just make sure you click everything into place. Oops, other way around. Pardon loud noise. First, I'm going to make sure I have this on correctly, though. Last thing I need is something popping up at me. Okay, again, pardon loud noise. Now, the reason you pulse it is because once those blades get going, it does cause everything to kind of lift up. So after a while, it's like a fan blade. It just keeps everything up above it. So you pulse it so it has time to settle back down. Larger stuff settles in, it can go through and blend again. Okay, let's see how we're... Okay, not too bad, not too bad. So as you see, a much looser, more swishy texture, which is totally fine. I'm just going to put it over into my pot over here. Now, if you want to, of course, you can always add milk or cream. You can add other substances to make it a bit more creamy, almost like a chowder. New England chowder. There are two or three types of chowder, so, but you know what I mean. Sorry, it's just hot as all dickens. I didn't want to do a whole lot of over the oven or over the stove cooking. Okay, that's the first round. I'm going to situate this again and do the next round. It's a small hand processor. I'm working with what I got, so there's no shame in that. Okay. So if anybody has any questions, please, by all means, feel free to ask. I actually like to interact, and I can see you guys making commentary, so it helps. Especially if I'm going over a step that you don't quite understand, or you're not sure if you can do it, I can explain better. Okay. So, oh, there's my lid. The lid on. I will move you, other way around. I don't know why I always put the thing off backwards. Anyways, okay, so yeah, if you guys have questions, thoughts, things you'd like to see, by all means, let me know. Loud noise. And I'm sure everybody's asking, why am I letting people know when there's going to be a loud noise or a bright flash or something's going to happen that's out of the ordinary? It's because I know people with sensory issues. I actually have a few. I'm actually really sensitive to like daylight, bright light. So I know that sometimes if people have a sensory issue, they need a little bit of warning when something's going to happen, just so they can brace themselves. You know how it goes. Hello, hello, hello to everybody who just joined. Okay, so I've got a pretty good base going on here, and you know it's all about the base. About the base, no trouble. I'm sorry, yeah, I went there. Okay, so we've got squash nice and blended up. We've got some cracklins going on. That, oh, okay, that must have been the garlic clove that I threw in and somehow avoided getting blitzed. Okay. So, that is going to need a little bit of liquid in there. I will definitely give you that much. I thought I was going to need potato. I'll still probably add some potato. But I don't have to worry too much about it being, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to add just a little bit of cream because it's, yeah, tastes good. But also, turning on to basically a low heat. I want to give it a couple minutes to get to the right temperature. Oh, let's see what today I will add. Where is it? Ooh, cumin. Okay, I'm just discovering certain new herbs and it's actually really fun. So, cumin has a very deep, rich, kind of earthy smell to it. And it gives your dish a little bit of punch. Now, I have to be careful about going overboard with it, but apparently I didn't put enough of it in. Yeah, when it cooks down, sometimes it mellows out. I also have garlic in there, a little bit of salt, whatnot. Excuse me as I just stir that in. And let's see. I'm going to add a touch. Actually, I'm going to turn you towards the burner if I don't dip my sleeves in the acorn squash first. Da, 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 da. Everybody's going for a trip. Okay, there we are. Okay. So, thickener agent. And then let me go grab the cream real quick and check on my other pork cracklin. Today we're going to use milk. Okay, so like I said, you can use cream, you can use milk. Today I am going to go ahead and use milk because I want it to be a little bit thinner. And also because cream can actually scorch pretty fast. And I don't feel like dealing with the nonsense that cream likes to bring. So, milk. Hello. How you doing today? Okay. Getting everything just slowly mixed in. Now I'm working with a non-stick pot, which means I need to be careful not to dig metal thing like a spoon into the side of it and scratch it. So I just want to slowly mix things about. I'm only going to put in about a tablespoon or so of milk at a time. Because I don't want to go, full tilt. So I guess it is coming out slightly more like a chowder. Doing good, doing good. Okay. Okay, so I've got a good consistency going on here. Okay, I'm going to taste test because I want to make sure that my... That's good. It's good, but you know what? Could use a little bit of salt. Don't be afraid of salt. I mean, don't like dump an entire, salt lick in what you're doing, but don't be afraid of salt. Salt can be a good thing. You can use pink salt, Himalayan salt. I'm just using some fine salt, about a pinch worth. Okay. I wonder, do we have turmeric? That's something I probably should have checked beforehand. Turmeric would have been fabulous. I don't have turmeric. No. I've got curry. Let me see if that's going to work. No, know if I really want curry. I like curry, I don't know if it's going to go with what I want to do. And, ooh, smoked paprika. Sorry, a lot of what I do is by smell, and about 80% of your taste buds, or 80% of the taste from food actually comes from the olfactory senses. So, getting things aerosolized correctly does do a lot for your food. A bit of smoked paprika is kind of nice. Also adds a little bit of color. If I had been smart, I would have had a bit of turmeric on hand. Turmeric adds a beautiful, deep yellow color. And unfortunately, I don't think I have any. Damn. Oh well. It happens. Okay, so we're just going to let that gently warm for a bit. I need to check on the other cracklins that I have in there real shortly. So, this is just regular pork skin that I've already seasoned. I'm probably going to do that stovetop, see how it comes out. I'm just trying different things right now to see what works best for what I want to do. That's how that goes. Also, I need to put my milk away. And yes, that can go ahead and come out. Let me bring that over to y'all. Oh, actually, let's get a small plate. Preferably something with a little bit of grip. I don't like that plate. I don't like most of those plates. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, that's just my son doing its thing. Alright. Turn that off. Okay, so this is the other pork cracklin I did, and I'm going to go ahead and turn that off because getting comical. So this is the other pork crackling that I did, and basically what that was is just it went in dry, had been patted down, same 400-degree oven. It takes longer because I didn't parboil it first. Actually give a nice rub of black truffles and salt. I know there's a tongue-in-cheek joke right there if you know anything about pigs. But yeah, and then added just a little bit of oil on top to get the crisping going. And for the most part, it is cooked. But the skin hasn't gotten nearly as crisp, so it might have needed to be cut into strips or done in a slightly different way. But like I said, I'm learning a lot of this stuff on the fly, looking up recipes, doing research, because I needed to find more things to cook to keep myself interested. So hey, try new stuff. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead add my soup. Okay. Try not to die. Okay. Let's see if I can. There we go. Sharp knife. Actually, I really like this side because this side came out rather crispy. Okay. If you can, use a towel to hold stuff in place, so you don't necessarily put your fingers in there. Okay. So, as you see, actually came out fairly nicely. Quite a bit lighter in the center because it's a thicker cut on one side. Actually came out really nice. Skin is far more supple than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be much tougher because it's pig skin. I like it. And truthfully, I can see doing thin strips of this, putting it back in the oven for a bit longer to get that crispness and get some of the excess fat out. I think I did the salt mixture just right. Yeah, these other ones got really crisp, really fast. Not quite as good. Yeah, you have to work on those quite a bit more. I don't know, just it lost some of the goodness. What can I say? Ooh, forgot that was hot. Okay. Okay. Pardon me, this is coming out. Nah, I didn't like that. Got far too hard afterwards. Hello to the new people who have joined. Hello to the people who are watching. So yeah, I'm just finishing up now the acorn squash soup. I've got the cracklings on. The whole skin done in the oven seems to have worked a lot nicer than the parboiled that had been put into the oven. Maybe I need to adjust some cooking times. I'll work on that. What can I say? Let's see. I want just a touch of spice, so I'm going to add a little bit of togarashi, which is a chili pepper sesame seed mix. Also, a little bit for looks, but a whole lot for the aromatic. I went out and picked some cinnamon basil from the garden. We happen to be growing it. It's actually really fabulous. Smells a little bit like if you put basil right next to a cinnamon stick. Tastes a lot like if you crossed basil and cinnamon together. It's fabulous. I actually really love the look of the flower on it because it's gentle purple red surrounded by green. It really has a nice contrast to it. I've already pre-washed and did all of that. If you need to find me, I'm on Instagram, ravenoboutbento. I'm also on Twitch about, let's see, it's Dame Red Bento, because I also do a few other things on there. And I'm on Patreon as Raven About Bento. If you guys would like to subscribe, that'd be awesome, especially on my YouTube channel. Please, by all means. Also, if you would like to donate, any format that you want to do that in, that'd be awesome. I'll be putting that directly towards, creating exclusive content like behind the scenes, maybe even taking a camera or a GoPro or something out on my shopping excursions, which is going to be so much fun because I go to all the weird places and I like to find all the different types of ingredients that you don't see in an average American grocery store per se. I like going outside of the comfort zone. I also picked a couple of small edible flowers. I keep forgetting the name of them, but I know that they're edible, or at least non-poisonous, non-toxic. Be really careful when you're picking flowers, or any plant for that matter. Make sure that you know what you're actually putting into your mouth or into your system, because there can be plenty of plants out there that have a really, really nasty toxic side effect. And white oleander is actually one of them. Beautiful white flower that you see growing a lot of places, big bush basically. But yeah, it's bitter and it's very toxic. Very, very, very toxic. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't let your kids put it in their mouth. Be really careful of it. But yeah, no, I picked a couple of tiny edible flowers because I wanted to give a little pop of color into my dish. And I'm not going to tweezer treatment these things, but there we go. I just wanted a little something extra. Anyway, so I've created a nice visual. created a really nice soup. I'll be taking photos, of course, and then posting them up on my Instagram. So, by all means, please feel free to drop by, drop me a note, say hello. I'm doing this much for myself so that I can feel healthier, be healthier, get to where I need to be for myself. But also, this is to show you, by all means, go out, try. It's okay to try. And if you're afraid to try something, especially in cooking, by all means, let me try for you. Okay? So again, I do soy-free, gluten-free, I do all kinds of stuff from desserts. I'm gonna work on baked goods, I swear. Um, Meals, portion control, I do it all. What can I say? But yeah, please, by all means, drop me a line, say hello, give me a like, give me a share. It all means so much to me. Thank you all for coming to watch. See you later. Hi. Yeah, I know, I'm shutting down the other guys first. Okay, let's see.